keto breakfast from there. It was good.
Toppings is pretty awesome with like the diverse type of like nutrition
Trends.
menus. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really. They had more options for lunch. They just had the one for breakfast, but it was pretty bomb. I couldn't eat it all.
What'd you have?
It was a keto breakfast pizza.
That sounds amazing.
Okay, and with the bring it down of the music and the chatter of keto, welcome. As everybody but Derek and I apparently got the clue that it's Top Gun night at Cyberpunk.
Hell yeah!
Hey, you know they've
because
got
I was
we've got to
inverted.
have ground control too, and the ground control guys didn't have the aviators on.
I don't know. I think I think that guy who got buzzed in the flight tower did.
Not all of them, anyway.
You just need glow sticks, Derek. You can.
There you go. Derek will just be on camera, just kind of doing this occasionally.
He's just breathing in the background.
Mixed emotions. It works.
All right. So I am very happy that we could all be here again, and we're back for another game of Cyberpunk. And we've had a couple of people follow us off stream as I was making the announcements or whatnot. So thank you very much to Grey Guild and Shredhead Gaming for the follows. Thank you very much.
Muchos gracias.
So as a recap, the team was coming up with ways to... Oh, and Brittany's in the chat. Hello, our homie
Hey.
Hola.
Moe Bien.
I come every year.
Hello, buddy.
Hello.
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 So the team was trying to come up with a way to satisfy Rex's need, want. Well, they had other methods to do so. Merida shot that down.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, they are now currently working on putting together a designer drug, but also looking to try to take care of two birds with one stone with the problems of the tent city out in Apache Junction area, for those of you who happen to know Phoenix. So it's far east. So it is a couple days from now. Please stop throwing the ball. Sorry about that.
That was funny.
Well, my worry was it's going to ricochet off and connect to the back of my head, like right in the middle of the game. So I'm like, oh, roll for damage.
Oh no, we were DM.
So it's been a couple days at this point. You guys have narrowed down an old restaurant front along that stretch of road and that small, old, disused strip mall. And are in you have collected all of the necessary material, so equipment and whatnot. You've left it up to Chunk at this point to get everything set up. While all of you have dealt with anything that you might have had to do in the interim. Mac, of course, has been coordinating some with his Nomad clan. If for no other reason than to get word and to figure out, okay, hey, where do we stand with these folks? Is there anything different? So yada, yada, yada. Locke has been laying low still. Appropriate that he's wearing shades.
Incognito.
Outside of that, the other thing that you guys would know, as everybody at this point is just coming back into the joint. I keep wanting to call it Haven because we play vampire so much, but the joint safe house. Locke was checking on his family. Rusty did an install.
Product support.
Product support. Jill was with her to back her up and get her out. Hellcat and Dane did Hellcat and Dane things.
Hoarders.
And then, of course, and Mac had been checking in with the clan. When you guys get back, however, roughly around the same time.
That just sounds kind of bad. The clan.
Well, that's what the nomads are called, clan. I mean, you call them, I guess, a nomad
With
pack,
a C,
but
not a K. You're
Yeah,
fine.
not the
Right.
Yeah, you're fine.
I just wanted to put that disclaimer out
That's
there.
their
Especially
family
after I
clan.
just
This
shaved my head.
You're taking it back.
I know,
yep,
right?
exactly, yeah. All of a sudden, he's Randall from Clerks. I'm taking it back. So you come back, and everybody's coming in through the garage at some point, parking your vehicles, which that has actually been worked on a little bit as well. It's no longer just a bare bones room where you just find a spot to park. There is now a lift in there. It's nothing like spectacular, but I mean it's one you can roll a vehicle up on, and if you have to work underneath, you can elevate it. I'm still working on getting the tools and everything, but it's clean, upkept. When everybody comes walking in, you end up hearing something walking across the floor because the floor, there's no carpeting in the building. It's all like tile or just cement. And you hear that kind of nail tapping sort of sound against the cement. Like
Like some stiletto heels.
Who's
No.
closest?
No. That's a click clack. Like you would recognize boots
It's
or
like
heels.
an animal.
Did
Yeah,
somebody get a dog?
it
Dog
sounds like there's an
paws?
animal. Yeah.
Like a heavy pat, 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 or like something lighter, almost like a feline type of paw.
I pull my handgun out.
Okay.
Screw this. Just in case. I'm like, I will put a cap in a dog if I have to. I don't want to because I love animals. But
Locke's just got a big smile on his face, and he's happy that there might be a dog here.
yeah, like I'm excited, but I don't want some like random rabid beast coming at me.
And then as you guys, everybody kind of like has that because you've been hounded enough before, and maybe still flashbacks from the
Yep.
creepiness of Biomedica. Everybody just kind of does that 80s slow peek around the door frame sort of thing, kind of looking around.
Yeah.
You see a dog that stands almost head height with Hellcat.
Holy moly!
And it looks at it now. It has some like bracketing around its eyes, so apparently it does have some sort of cybernetics or something. But it just like looks at the four of you and says, "Woof."
That's a thick ass boy.
I'm just gonna like eye to eye with this dog, basically. That's a big fucking dog.
Like, did he say "woof" in like a man's voice, or did he
No, it was just like really
like
really
a question
deep.
like "woof"?
Yeah, no, it was just really deep. Yeah, there's
Wow.
Jill, did you get a bear?
yeah, and Jill is like right behind you because she was with Meredith. She's like right here. No, but I can practically ride that thing. Good Lord.
Hey,
That is awesome.
It's not looking aggressive, right? Like I'm going
hey
to eat.
Meredith,
It's questioning.
is Syntax here? Is this her thing? Do you do dogs? Like, what is?
I'm not sure, so I'm gonna go back into the bedroom and see if Syntax is at her desk.
Okay, so as you walk in, it kind of moves in the hall to stay in front of
us?
Like it doesn't seem aggressive.
I wanna.
It's just standing. It's standing in your way and questioning.
It blocked our
standing
way.
in-
Yes.
okay. And so I'm gonna go up to it, and I'm gonna kind of kneel, and I'm gonna hold my hand out and say, "Hey, doggo."
And Neil, the thing's as tall as me.
Yeah, you definitely don't need to kneel.
No, but I just want to make myself not threatening
Yeah,
to the
that's
fine.
animal, so that
So
it's just
it looks at you and then start sniffing, and it's odd because of course its nose is like the size of your palm easily, just like sort of thing. And then Syntax comes walking around the corner, and she's like, "Oh, hey guys, you've already met him."
What the fuck is this?
Okay,
Sin,
It's a Russian bear dog.
Sin, we will talk
More
about this
bear
in a
than
minute.
dog.
What's his name?
Well, I figured that would be something the group could decide. I haven't given him a name just yet. She said, "But don't worry about it. I paid for it, so it's all taken care of."
Not worrying that you paid it for him, but however, like that you could tell the rest of us that this is. And
Happening?
I'm just gonna go ahead and like kind of scratch behind his
I'm
ears and see
thinking
if like
Goliath or
he'll
Zeus.
give me a hug, and I'm gonna cuddle him.
Okay, so he sits there for a second, and then tries to be affectionate and throws his head like into you, and there's an impact to it, not like like knockout punch sort of thing, but like oof, holy crap, there's some heft to that, and he just starts going.
Oh,
He's-
baby,
He's
want a
Russian. This dog's name is Rasputin.
Yeah.
treat? We will talk about that later, Locke. And then I'm like, come on, Bubba's. Let's go to the kitchen and find you something to snack on.
Okay,
A
so
little kid.
he just kind of just follows you
Stay out
along.
of the way, Locke.
She says,
You don't want any
oh.
snacks.
Hold on a second. Okay, so we can program the name later.
Program?
Yeah,
Program.
yeah. And she says, okay, so we'll just say it's Rasputin for
That's
right now.
right.
Just for right now. And she says, okay, so I had been calling it something else. Maybe I should just go with that. She says, okay, Dog, come here. And so he turns around and comes back and stops following Meredith. And she says, Dog, give me the backup. And you end up seeing like a side panel open up, almost a little spring loaded on the side towards the top, like where his spine would be almost. And then she reaches in and pulls out a handgun.
Wow.
I think we should call him Kitty Kitty. So that way we can say, "Here, Kitty Kitty."
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna wrap my arm around the small of like Sin's back and like, hun. So, you're calling this thing dog?
No, Dog.
That
I had to have a working name when I was running the programs and uploading everything. I didn't need to buy any additional programming. It was just a matter of I got the one, figure out how they structured it, and I spent the rest of the day, putting it all together. So he's got protection protocols, he's got defense keywords.
And I'm gonna do this thing. Words. I understand. However,
What's wrong?
we have to give him a real name.
Rasputin.
It can't be Rasputin. That's
Why
a
not?
terrible name.
Okay. Well,
Just because he's Russian, Locke, he doesn't have to be called Rasputin.
Okay. Well,
It's big.
then let's
Like
get everybody get a drink or something. We can all powwow and figure out the name, and then figure out and know out of character we're not naming the damn dog Purple Rain.
In one way or another, that's showing up, man.
Absolutely, that's not. Like,
And she says, "Why don't we all just get a drink and we'll figure out what we're going to do for the day because we still need to meet up with Chunk and get that all figured out." And I can kind of go over Dog for right now. We can go over what we want to name him and what all he can do.
Ivan Drago from that awesome old Sylvester Stallone movie.
I'm better with Ivan Drago rather than Rasputin. Okay, that sounds good.
So, drinks?
Drinks sound good.
Okay. So she goes walking into the kitchen area, and of course, DOG just kind of follows along, wagging his tail.
Mhm. I like this guy.
Jess is still kind of guffaw.
We could call him Edwin the Terrible.
Meredith is gonna follow into the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm just not really a dog person. All right.
Call him Vladimir.
So
Ah.
Dane leans in to Hellcat and he says, "But why? He's actually kind of cute."
100%.
Mm,
I'm down.
It's your name, right? You're more of a cat person.
I mean, it's not Hellhound.
True.
Uh,
Okay.
Service.
I
Cerberus?
just I've had too many bad run-ins with dogs. I mean, at least he's not dog. I don't know. I don't know what that thing is. I need a fucking drink.
Okay. So they're passing out drinks, soda for Jill.
I mean,
She's got a red Solo cup with her name on it. And so Syntax sits down, and Diogi just sits. Doesn't really lose any height from sitting. His head's still kind of, up there. And she says, "So I know you're probably going to ask. He's a clone. He's not obviously the real thing. I got a cloned animal, and he does have cybernetic updates."
I mean, he was harboring a handgun, so I would say he has cybernetic updates.
what else does he have?
Most of it's software related.
Oh,
So he has a built-in IFF, which is identify friend or foe, which I've already inputted all of your information into. So he will recognize all of you. You will have to take a few moments, obviously, to speak to him, so it can get your voice recognition. So that way, when you need to issue a command like "stop," "don't kill this person," so on and so forth, he'll listen.
Sick balls.
Hey Sin, like next time you decide to purchase something, for the group, maybe you should give me just a heads up. You don't have to run anything by me. Are your own individual, and I respect everything that you do. Just maybe not spring this kind of stuff. Like,
Oh,
this is
so I can spend a couple thousand on a cloned animal for everybody, but everyone else here can get us into debt for, several hundred thousands of dollars for drug paraphernalia and yeah.
Excuse me, was not my idea. Don't put me in that group.
I'm just saying pre-planned items, not off the fly, need to satisfy a need to not
A what?
leave with someone else.
So you're saying I
Kind of
should
item?
return DOG?
No, I'm not. I promise. I'm just saying, like in the future, like if this is a major purchase, or maybe maybe a major thing that is going to reflect in our daily lives, just give heads up first so I can let the group know.
Okay.
And then give her a quick kiss on the cheek and love you.
I love you, Jim.
Then I've got just 2 questions.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, is he for us to take out, or is he for here, protect here while we're gone?
I figured ideally it would be here. But I mean, if we were short on backup, I mean, obviously he's capable. My big worry was we're so damn close to the Razor's Edge turf. I mean, you could throw a bottle across the street and you're going to hit it.
No, I don't disagree, and I have to say it's definitely not quite as awful being that he's half cybernetic. Um, my other question, how confident are you that this is not something that can be somehow hacked into and turned against us somehow? I
Oh,
mean, he is software. I don't know how that works.
he doesn't have a remote connection. You would have to physically get a hold of him and program him.
And you don't find that possible in any situation.
If that happened, we're screwed anyways, because that means somebody's already gotten in to mess with our home.
Okay, I have a question. He's mostly organic. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
He will shit bigger than any of us.
What are we gonna feed him?
Who are we gonna feed? Like what? Like, and who cleans up after this guy? That's gonna take like a snow.
Not it.
But that's where you're wrong. Remember software.
You programmed him
Remember.
not to poop?
Software.
No, I programmed him where to go and how to take care of that.
Sin.
I mean,
that.
back in the day, you could teach animals to go in the toilet. Just you're probably going to want to give him some time if he happens to
He would
go in there.
engulf the toilet.
Syntax. Me and you haven't talked a whole bunch. I appreciate your endeavor, and I will love Ivan Drago forever.
I will too.
Oh my god.
He is my favorite thick boy.
And if nothing else, he's big enough to stand, so he doesn't actually have to sit down for number one.
It gets better and better.
Wow.
I'm gonna go get harder alcohol out of my bedroom.
There's a lot of discussion about the
Yeah, I'm just
biohabits
gonna-
of this
gonna-
animal. So
yeah.
I like now that we've cleared this, I'm like, all right, let's get on to our next topic, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm covered. That's cool. If he can be programmed to do his business, then more power to us. I just didn't want to have to clean up with him after him.
Oh yeah, no, that's not going to be a problem. Yeah, that is already taken care of. Already thought of that.
I can't believe we got a dog on top of everything else.
Best day ever.
All right, well,
she says,
Rusty
okay.
is like secretly happy, but she's just not like showing it. But like she's like doing a really bad job of not showing it. Like she's like, oh, super stoic, but like.
And Jill,
Hellcat's just stressed.
Jill is over there, rubbing under his chin and whatnot. It's like, who's a good boy? And he says, oh, and she's like, oh, wait a minute. She says, what's on top of the building?
What?
What?
She says, there's a roof. He knows.
Oh.
I look at him. What's sandpaper like?
Ruff.
Smart dog. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Jill.
Jill's like, what's Hellcat's sex life like? Ruff.
Zing.
I'm just gonna take another shot.
And yeah, and Dane just rolling his eyes. He's like, was that really necessary?
Rude.
And so
yeah, rude.
Syntax says, okay, so Chunk is from what he emailed me, apparently he's already done. He put in a requisition for a sign. And
sign?
yes, I think he's really into this.
Oh God.
And he had the sign installed earlier on today.
All right, Meredith, you
kind
better
of
go check out your pet project.
What does the sign say?
It said supernatural or superstition grill.
Okay. Did he happen to acquire any other permits or anything that would make this a location that the general public could
That's where we lucked out.
access?
It's outside of the city limits, so there's really nothing there we have to worry about.
Okay. Awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get myself ready, and I'm gonna get myself ready to head out to see what Chunk's up to. Assuming he's out there, I'm gonna give him a text first, like, "Hey, are you out at the
About tree
at
fitting.
at the cook site? Are you making any brownies?"
Yes.
He texts you a thumb up, and he says, and he texts back real quickly, "Gotta run. Currently making a number 3."
And I'm just gonna reply back like question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay, let me know when I can come taste the recipe.
He sends you he ends up sending you the business hours.
Okay.
So
So
they are currently open for business, and they are only open 5 days a week.
okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get myself ready and then get ready to head out to the restaurant.
Okay. So I take it everybody's going then.
Why not?
Oh yeah, I want to see how this goes.
Okay.
If it'll be safe with me going, I will. If I can still be incognito out there. If not, I'm just gonna hang out here.
I mean, you got your glasses. You just need the hat.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't. Oh wait, hold on.
He just needs the solid snake cardboard box. He should be good.
First,
Hey,
whoa,
Clark-
who's this
Clark
guy? I
Kent-
don't even know this guy.
If Clark Kent can do it with just a pair of clear glasses, I mean, really?
Yep.
Out of character, I cannot find my notes about what the alias for Locke is other than Scooter.
We didn't have one.
Yeah, his name was Locke.
I thought we were giving him another alias besides that. Okay, maybe that was my incorrect memory, but
No, we just never got
Yeah.
around to giving him anything other than Scooter.
fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's fair.
You could pick a different name, buddy. Like, okay, whatever you want.
Like Kip.
Scooter doesn't matter anymore.
Like Kip.
Kip.
All of a sudden, somebody hands him a guitar and goes, "Sing 17." Ugh.
I was
You call
thinking
him
Kip and
Spanky.
Wanda from Napoleon Dynamite.
Did they call him Spanky? His sister
You guys are
would
assholes.
love that.
Asshole, 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 asshole.
Locke's gonna break out the double deuce. So then everybody gets together in the AV4. Jill has got her flight goggles on and is doing the pre-flight check, getting everything going. Syntax tells...
We left the dog at home, right?
Yes, Syntax tells Diogi that he needs to enact the defense protocols, and she sticks the pistol back in the holster. And you hear like a little bit of a chime, and he just starts walking around kind of like he's patrolling.
See you later, Ivan Drago. I love you.
Bye, puppy dog.
So you guys take off and fly across town. And when you end up getting, because I mean, you're not flying terribly high off the ground, maybe 200 feet. When you start getting near the tent city, you can see the tent city has grown since you guys have last been out there. Not sure if it's by population or people are trying to space out a little bit for room reasons. Because there were a couple hundred out there to begin with. In a crisis form, some of them may have moved out um, or expanded, I should say, the range of what they consider their squatters' turf, simply for health concerns, because that was something that
Yeah.
that had been mentioned. You can see that there is a permanent tent that has been set up that does have a medical cross on the top. So you can see that there is some sort of concerted effort to bring medicine and doctors, here as frequently as they can. So there's a small little crowd kind of hovered around there. Um,
Is that new from when we were out here the last time?
no,
Okay.
it's still new-ish, but when you passed over the last time, it had just been set up. So
Okay.
it's been here maybe a week at this point. So you can see from the sky, there's a little bit of a crowd there. People coming in and out, and just getting checked up or flu shots or whatever that they might end up needing. However, when you pass up the tent city, which it's maybe a block and a half away from tent city, it's just a little walk down the freeway. The old shopping center has been cleaned up. The old vehicles that have been left there, many of them have been um, not converted really, but moved for better positioning. So there's like some walls, or for lack of a better term, I mean obstacle in a sense. But then it made more use of what remained of the parking lot, which there's a couple of other tents there where it looks like some of the tent city citizens have set up their own little bazaar, for lack of a better term. Uh, the tarps are all cheap, obviously, so that might be something that if anyone was interested in humanitarian effort, that they could probably use. But it does kind of give the look and feel of a small little flea market. The building you guys had scouted, that was an old restaurant, has been completely cleaned up all around it. There is a sign that's on a little rotation, like one of those old school like drive-in diners by the freeway, that says
Mhm.
Superstition Grill. And when you fly over it, you are hit uh, with that scent of like charbroil, like you would smell if you got anywhere near a Burger King or like an open grill. And there's actually a sizable crowd around this restaurant.
Is there a line?
Yes.
Didn't you say this place used to be called the Pizza Slut?
Yep.
Yes.
Right.
It did.
So you
I'm
come
drooling
down.
because this is not something I'm used to still. Because
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like
this is better than kibble, man.
oh yeah, like I've been spoiled lately, but this is amazing.
So Jill brings it down in the parking lot, and she quickly turns around and looks at you guys, and she's like, "You smelt that, right?"
How could you not? Are we here, Joe? Yes.
Oh,
I'm just gonna tell everybody, all right, let's go. And let's go eat before we deal with all this shit.
okay.
I'm gonna take a moment to gloat and say that's my partner, Chunk. You guys just follow behind me.
Dang.
All right, Miss Thing,
Fall
lead
in
the
line.
way.
Okay. So your little group comes, walking up. You clearly stand out from all the other tent city citizens who are all older, beat up clothing. All of you look like you have your act together. You clearly have weapons on you. So you look kind of like a little mercenary pack sort of thing. The line outside is about 20 deep.
We don't
Um,
believe in lines.
Yeah, no. And when you come walking up, you see a synthetic person standing at the door. Think robot, in a sense,
Hmm.
standing there and literally takes its robotic hand and does like one of these numbers and pushes the people back off to the side and says, "Please make way. Important individuals coming through. Thank you for your patience."
Yeah.
And the she's actually dressed like a 50s waitress.
Nice.
Now, of course, the skin, you can tell she's robotic. It's not like,
Synth skin.
yeah,
But there's an idea.
yes. And when you
Awesome.
get in there, all of the seats and the tables and everything, they're all still from the original place. So they've just been like touched up or fixed and repaired and put back. So I mean, it's not like all brand spanking new in here, but everything has been repurposed and is working again. There's a couple of chairs in here that you didn't remember to replace, obviously, things that were broken or whatnot. And when you get in there, there's two people running back and forth and taking orders, from the people that are out there. And you can see they've got like various types of like the Tent City people that are in here are eating good, like probably better than most folks downtown.
Wow.
Which is pretty unheard of. Like you don't, just at first glance, you don't see really any kibble amongst
This
them.
is gonna be a problem.
So
Cool.
there's probably at least some fresh pre-packs that are being used in here. Probably quite a bit. And so you end up seeing a lady come walking up to the front, and you can hear and smell the grill, behind. And she ends up ringing a bell, and she says, "Okay, got another order." And so you see Chunk come walking up. He's got he has the chef's apron on. He's got the chef's cap on. His apron actually says "Kiss the Chunk." And she says, "Okay, table number one wanted 2 orders of Tent City Surprise. We got an order. We got a number 2, and then they all wanted the waters with the hair in it." He's like, "All right, so we've got 4 orders of waters with the hair in it. We got the pigs in the blanket, and we got the gunpowder brisket. Got you, go." And then he
Got to go.
and he goes to the back and starts doing his thing.
Water with the hair, dude.
Yeah, that threw me off real hard.
And you can see there's a display up front where there's it's a 2-page menu. It's just a front back. It's a nice little, it's a cheap little laminate sort of thing. Very cheap decor on it. It's not like it was, a whole lot of thought was put behind it. But you actually have the entire menu before you if you wanted to browse it.
Browse.
Okay. So there are three different types of appetizers. There's the Tent City Surprise, which are basically pigs in a blanket, made specifically with javelina meat.
With what?
Javelina meat.
Javelina.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it's clear he's put some thought into finding resources locally, which would help.
Awesome.
The next is blown O-rings.
That sounds right up Hellcat's alley, man.
Hey, now, fuck you.
Yeah.
which are onion rings. Then there's Irish spears, which are French fries. The number 1 is the proletariat special, eggs regime, which is eggs, pork, beef, mushrooms, green peppers, salt, pepper, butter, cheddar cheese, and heavy whipping cream.
Wow.
There is a variant called animal style, which will add extra cheese, pickles, onions, have the meats fried in mustard, and a secret spread spread out across it.
Wow.
Number 2 is a gunpowder brisket. It also comes with a side of coleslaw or sweet potatoes, which that is a brisket that is done up in a rub that actually looks like gunpowder.
That's awesome.
The next one is the number 3. It's the implants only burger. It is.
Implants only what? You broke up.
Implants only burger.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 half-pound patties, Thousand Island dressing, grilled onions, lettuce, tomato, pickle, half-pound pastrami, half-pound bacon, American
Good
cheese.
word.
Wow, that's a lot of meats.
It also comes available in animal style. Number 5 is javelina dogs, which there are 2 hot dogs with grilled green and red peppers and mustard. Animal style is available on that as well. Number 6 is the Kibble Southwest, made with fresh kibble and animal style automatically included with spicy jack cheese. However, there is a hot sauce that's available to it called Anal Angst.
Okay, I'm going to pass on that one, but you know what? That burger sounds
sounds pretty
crazy.
hot, dude.
For the drinks, you have a Wilkes Booth 9mm.
Oh my gosh.
Which is a coffee that is noted that it's spiced with a dab of gunpowder.
Wow.
There is the Christian daiquiri, which is a mix of light rum, lime juice, raspberry liqueur, and powdered sugar. There is the Deadhead Chumba, which is a pretty heavy drink. It's a mix of rums and some other concoction, like 2 or 3 different types of rums that are mixed in there with grenadine and grapefruit juice and cinnamon syrup and whatnot.
I like anything that has rums plural in it. That's
Yes.
pretty good.
Water with a hair is water with lemon or lime squeezed in it. He also, speaking of which, the water is not free here, so everything is you're charged for everything here. Blaze of Glory, which is a Midori or any melon style liqueur with watermelon vodka, simple syrup, and Bacardi. And that's it.
Dang, man.
That's a pretty awesome menu.
So he's busy, working it, in the back. Like he's got like 2 or 3 different things going on at once. You can tell by how he has everything organized that if he wasn't a chef at one point in time, he probably should have been.
He found his calling, man.
I'm gonna head back and be like, "Hey, Chunk, I'm here for my shift. Do you need some? I'm here. Do you need some help?"
Oh, Meredith, how are you doing there? I'm sorry, you caught me right in the middle of a number 1 and a number 3, putting some things together. Kind of quick, fast, in a hurry.
I'd be happy to stay back until you need me. So just let me know what you need me to do.
If you could help out our 2 little busy bees out there in the lobby and take some more additional orders, that'd be great.
Sure. So like she's very awkward and she's like, I guess so. Is there a notepad? Do you have a pen? And she'll go and do what she's told.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, it's just a little pen. It's very old school pen paper. They're just jotting it down. Clearly in an establishment like this, if it was someplace downtown or actually in there, they wouldn't be doing it, by hand. It would all be like on a pad or whatnot. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm looking to Meredith. Are we supposed to help out, or what are we doing here?
Go, and I'm just gonna whisper out to Locke, like, go, like, hang back for a little bit. I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to do, so just maybe grab a booth and if there's space.
Gotcha. Can I put in an order for some hair
Can you
water
just shut up for a minute and
and
like
those Napoleon
just
eggs?
wait till
That'd be
somebody
great.
gets to you?
Too.
Don't make a distraction. Go away.
Yep. So Meredith goes with her, little number 2 golf pencil, and and small little scraps of paper to start taking orders. Syntax goes walking back and follows up with a group that happens to be sitting at a booth who looks like they're, about finished. And she just looks right at him. She's like, all right, you're done. Scram.
I knew I loved her.
And they're just like, oh, okay. They quickly, pound their, what's left of their drinks and, they head on out. And Jill just instinctively starts like cleaning off the table to get everything, taken down. And oddly enough, by the time she starts taking things down, she's like, wait a minute. And then just goes, don't get to fuck it. Starts walking it all in the back like she's busting the table. And a waitress comes walking up and she's like, okay, so what can I help you with?
Wait, is she talking to me?
Us?
No, I was sorry, I was mentioning out loud. She kind of sounds like a Harley.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite.
I want one of them the burgers.
Okay, so you want a number 3? Does anybody want anything else, or is that going to do it for you?
A number 1. I want some of those pigs in blankets. I want a rum drink, whatever that was. The rums. And
just
and
give me
I'll
All
the
the
rums.
rums.
yeah, and I'll try one of those water with hairs in it.
She says, okay, so am I getting water with hair for everybody here at the table?
Was out of character? What was the water with hair again?
It's just
Water
water
and
with
lemon.
either lemon or lime squeezed in it.
Okay, yeah, I want a water with hair.
Yeah, it's only named that because obviously occasionally some of the stuff from the get squeezed off into it, so you might have like a shred of lemon or lime in it. So he got inventive. So she takes down, whatever order. Like Syntax actually looks at the menu, it's just kind of intimidated. She's just like, everything here screams 10 pounds.
Yeah, I don't even know what to order. I'm just gonna order a water.
She's like, can I just get some Irish spears? Would that be okay? So, sure, honey, and we'll put that on the order. Did we need some extra plates to share? Or are you just watching your figure? And she's like, no, I'm good. I will just get the Irish spears. So she goes in the back to place up the the order, and you can hear Chunk say tell the waitress that they eat free here.
I should have ordered more.
You still can, buddy. You still can. Just do one round first. Pace yourself.
He's all that was my appetizer.
And I mean, you guys are all sitting around, and Jill has just got this look of like, oh my God, do we like own part of this or something? Is this like our in? Because, oh.
Yeah, do we? Do we partner with him in this too?
I'm not at the table to answer this, correct?
Yeah, actually, you're kind of taken up with, taking some orders and whatnot.
Okay. So
As you're taking orders, however, the interesting thing that you're noticing is that most people here don't have money. So, like when the bill is coming, to them, they're paying in work orders.
They're paying in work orders, you said?
Yes.
Barters. Get out of here, man.
So I'm not gonna immediately be alarmed by this. I'm gonna go up to Chunk and I'm gonna say, hey, so what's the currency for this kind of this this exchange here?
Go ahead. Go.
What's up with the
Well, by default, it's going to be Eurobucks, obviously, because that's what's commonly exchanged and and currency and whatnot. But most of these individuals here, they don't really have any cash. They're sort of a poor, low maintenance type. So I figured we would use this little business venture to build up a small little workforce, put them to use.
Cool. Yeah, that I'm totally down for that. However, what kind of work are you having them do? That is going
I figured
to.
that would be up to you, partner, old buddy, old pal.
Oh, okay. So I.
Effectively, you've got a workforce of about 100 right now.
Oh, cool. So
Are we hearing this
She said,
conversation?
No,
cool.
she's actually in the
she's
back. Yeah.
So, anytime you make this type of decision, I would really appreciate partner Obonio Pal if you would just give me a heads up because I really wasn't prepared to have a workforce, but I'm totally appreciative of this opportunity. Don't get me wrong. I'm not upset. I'm just saying that I don't know what I'm going to do with 100 people. Do you have any ideas? Like, could they help us with our cooking venture, or did you have any idea, like, what
Are
we
any
could
of
do
them
with
chefs?
this personnel?
She's talking about the other kind of cooking.
He's just like, yeah, the business side of me kind of got ahead when it kind of got ahead of me when I realized I could be cooking for a lot of people, and that really kind of made the inner chunk kind of happy. So I
Yeah,
apologize about that ahead of time.
no, I got you, and I'm just gonna pat him on his shoulder, like I get you, like think you've got a great heart, and I understand your vision, I understand your heart and your compassion for people. So, um, yeah. So, have you made any headway, or have we made any headway with our other cooking venture, or is this just the actual of feeding of people for a army just been our only um, endeavor thus far?
Au contraire, mon ami. Let me just show you the back here. Just give me 1 second. He kind of walks with you in the back, and he goes, and he changes real quick, and flips something over on the grill, making sure it doesn't burn. He opens up a back door that looks like it would probably be a secondary storage room, and the back portion of the restaurant is actually a small drug lab
Nice.
that he's had. He's got the proper ventilation in there. I mean, obviously you can't make like gallons upon gallons of stuff, but for what it is that you're looking to do, it's going to be perfect.
Great.
Awesome. So, Chunk, I see that I'm really impressed with the lab that you've built. Do we have any supplies thus far, chemically wise, to arrange this deal?
I've been kind of busy working the grill and making sure that all the mouths were fed and whatnot. But a package came and I stuck it in the back there, so it's got your name on it. I figured you could go run a tally and see what all we got.
Perfect. I'll let you work the front while I go check this in the back.
Sounds perfect. Something's burning. He runs off real quick to go. Runs over to go make sure it's taken care of.
Okay, I'm gonna go in the back and check this package that came in for me.
Okay, it's decent size, like about television set size. But I'm talking like older television, not like the new, like almost monitor looking TVs.
The CRTs.
Yeah. So you get back there, and it's a beat up metal container Looks like it's probably been just reused a couple times. But when you open it up, it's all like individually sealed. It's several different types of chemicals, specifically for what it was that you were trying to do.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and I probably already have an awareness of exactly what I needed to have. So I'm going to go ahead and take stock and start to set everything up in the lab.
Okay. So you will have enough at this point for 3 tries based on what you have.
Okay.
Use your blood points.
So
Hey, so
if
curious.
you obviously if you need more, you can always order more from the black market. It's just that this is all you got at this point in time.
Right. Gotcha. Can I make an attempt now or do I need to wait? Sorry.
With a room full of people eating, it might be better for your first try for closing
Yeah,
time.
that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay.
So excited to
So-
make drugs.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my lab coat on and I'm gonna set my things up, and then as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna go ahead and help Chunk in the front and like try and close out business hours.
Okay.
While I'm doing that, I'm gonna make my way over to the table and say like, "Hey guys, we are fully operational and but after business hours." So that they kind
Congrats.
of understand to hang out.
So what do we do until then?
And I'm going to ignore your question and I'm just going to give you a wink and then just kind of go ahead and go back up to the front. Like,
Yeah.
figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat then.
Yeah. Jill's like, we just hang out.
Yeah. Yeah, she kind of just left us hanging there. Like
So
a dick.
I'm all right. I mean, it smells great in here. Mac, at one point, you actually see 2 of your nomadic family in here. At one point, they don't notice they don't notice you're in here. They actually grab something to go. But I mean, the look on their face when they got the number 3, the burgers, they're just like, oh my god.
Are these part of my close family or?
No, just extended. And which, by the way, the burgers in real life, the ones I just described, they're almost size-wise, they're almost as big as your head. I mean, they're like about like that.
So
That's
this is like
insane.
6 meals of what I'm normally used to.
Probably, yeah. And if anybody is interested who might be watching, or if any of you, those at home that are playing, would like the particular menu, I actually have it all saved on the text file, including the recipes for the alcoholic drinks. So you're welcome to them.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna make that rums drink, man.
So in the meantime, is there anybody who's going to be doing anything different? Do you need to make any calls or anything of that nature?
Not currently.
I'm gonna wait
I need to excuse
patiently for
myself for
my
just a moment.
Napoleon eggs and my pigs in blankets.
Okay. Hold on one second. There it is. Okay. I'll just send you the notes themselves when I get the chance. Holy crap. Running slow. Okay, and there you go. Everything has been fired away. You now have it in the chat.
Awesome.
Nice. Thank you.
Including I also included the links, like if there was a YouTube video for it in particular, or if there was, a link to the website and whatnot. So yeah, it's all legit, including the anal angst hot sauce.
Anal inks.
Yes. From Professor Payne. It was Payne Indias.
That sounds like a good time.
So everybody is you've had your food. The uh, burger was fantastic. However mighty, it's almost impossible to finish off in one sitting, given the fact that it's got that much just protein. You know, all between two buns. Uh, and the drinks and the the rum drink that you're referring to, the Deadhead Chumba, is actually a pretty heavy drink. So if anybody has that, um, I don't think anybody has cybernetics for like a liver in the group, which you
I don't
probably
think
should.
so.
No.
If you can
Helicopter should.
if you can give me a go ahead and roll a d10.
I
Just
didn't
me,
have
right?
it
Because
though.
I was the one that ordered it.
Yeah, if you had it. If you didn't have it, then obviously it's not a big deal.
Just a D10.
Yeah, just a D10. You're going to be making a
Oh,
body
no.
type save, or a
Where's
save, I
that
should say.
camouflage when you need it?
All
I got a 5.
right, you're good.
Okay, I was like, that's as mayonnaise as possible on a D10.
Yeah, it's not for like addiction purposes or anything. It's just to see if you got yourself like super sloshed, because it's a pretty potent drink. So it takes. I mean, closing time was at 6, but it takes almost an hour more to get everybody, out and and the front of the place cleaned up and whatnot. Chunk ends up having the synthetics power down and back up into the wall so they can charge.
Right on.
And the other waitress obviously, went home. So he comes out from the back, wiping like whole, just like throwing sweat off his brow. At this point, exhausted. So I hope the menu was up to par.
I can tell you that my colleagues were very impressed by this menu that you put out. So kudos to you. You are very talented.
Well, I thank you very much there, Meredith, my partner. It was truly a pleasure. I had plenty of mouths to feed, and I was quite thoroughly happy.
I'm glad you were happy. This is really your calling. I mean, I'm very impressed with your skill and your ability. However, I
Hold that
don't
thought 1
mean
second. I'm sorry.
sure.
Did Comp make his spinach puffs?
Yeah, no. Sorry, she was asking if he made his spinach puffs.
If what?
If he made his spinach puffs.
Oh,
And I
is
was
she
like,
feeling
no.
okay?
Yeah, she's feeling all right.
Okay.
Finally.
So I don't mean to pull you from your main task, and I know I don't mean to pull you from your passion. However, do we think we can maybe get this done? Just because I want to get this kind of thing over with, so we can both get back to what we're good at.
Oh, so this was just like a one-time thing?
I mean, as infrequent of a thing as it needs to be so that we can sustain our mutual passions. You know what I mean? Like you're really great at cooking for other people and creating a comprehensive menu for others to enjoy and to have a culinary experience. And I'm good at other things, but I don't think either one of us really care to create psychedelic experiences for anyone. I mean, if you can be honest.
Oh, no, of course not. No, I'm not looking to get the whole population addicted. Well, maybe addicted to the food. Right, because the gunpowder brisket was amazing. Tasted it myself several times.
Yeah, that smelled amazing. I mean, amazing as in you would choose to participate, not that you have to participate because you're physically addicted to something. So,
So I'm sorry. What did you need me to do?
I just wanted to see if you're ready, if we could make a test run of this here pharmacological thing that we can get what's his face Rex off of
Well, rightio there,
my
partner.
back.
Let me go ahead and get the ventilation systems here going, and you just get to work.
Awesome, thank you.
So you can hear, ceiling fans going on and whatnot, so they pump air in and out. And it is all on you.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is she trying to make a run of it right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna walk out front.
Okay.
Okay, I've got my non-jail dice and my new dice ready to go.
We should have Guy roll them yesterday.
I've got some of the dice that you guys picked, so
Right on.
you better have your fingers crossed.
So go ahead and roll a d10. You're going to be adding your tech and med tech.
What about pharmaceuticals?
Hold on a second.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make myself lower, but pharmaceuticals, I thought maybe might be part of that.
Well, it wouldn't be a part. It wouldn't be a part of the roll combined. Let me double check and
Okay.
see
Yeah.
how they use pharmaceutical as a skill in this. 1 second.
Sure.
Those are guns. That's fun. Here we go. Oh, oops. Yeah, you'll be using tech and pharmaceuticals.
Okay. So tech, I have a 10. Pharmaceuticals, I have a 6.
Mm-hmm.
And luck. And luck.
And an 8.
Oh.
What's 6 plus 8? 14? 24.
Math.
Math.
Okay. So you are attempting to make the drug based upon your crude rudimentary designs and idea of what it is you're aiming for. And after several hours of running the tests on the chemical compounds to confirm how they're interacting with each other, and it's not like just straight up poison, you come up with a small vial. Now, are you freebasing this so it is in liquid form, or is this like chemical, like ingest by a pill?
I'm going to say this is ingested by pill.
Okay. So you get your little needle and squirt a little bit into a gel capsule. And now the question is, who is going to test it?
Hey,
Somebody
look!
got it.
You sons of bitches.
Make you sterile?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but we don't know that.
Isn't that what she planned
Yeah,
it
that's
for?
right. We don't know that.
We don't know if it will or not. I'm outside. Never mind.
It might make
No,
your
I'm saying
dingling
I don't
fall
want to
off.
leave that to chance.
Hey, look!
Oh, hey, that sucks. I'm sterile now. Shit.
Lock. Get back here.
Let's get like one of these These
we
man,
haven't
all
talked. We haven't talked about this yet. Get back here. I'm just calling you back here.
I remember all those times you called me Scooter. This isn't gonna end well. I'll never forget.
Hey,
It's good.
I'm assuming you're back here now. Hey, I need you to take this real quick.
And
Don't-
and risk.
And risk
Being
what?
sterile.
You didn't want to have children anyway, did you?
You don't know that. I don't know that.
I mean,
What am I gonna tell my mom? Hey mom,
You
I
don't
took
have
some
to
drugs.
tell your
I'm
mom
sterile
fucking
now.
anything. Just, hey, this would mean a lot to me, and I think I did a really knockout job of like creating this drug. I think you'll be okay.
Don't do it.
There is that side effect of you possibly becoming sterile, but I mean honestly, if that guy that's after you kills you anyway, I mean what's the harm in it? So can you just do this for me really quick, please?
Yeah, that's your charisma is like a level
What
10.
a bitch!
You're just that's amazing. Give me 3 of them.
Yeah, hey, Locke, you're
sold me
probably gonna
there.
die anyway, so you might as well go out.
You may
with
as well. May as well be sterile. You didn't want kids anyway.
You're just you
I mean-
dirt, just dirt.
Hey, I resemble that. Stop it. Like,
I like
You're
that she just
fun.
assumes Locke. Doesn't ask if anyone wants it. Just Locke, you're gonna
Yeah,
do it.
nobody else, just me.
It's your white hair, man.
Hellcat can't have it. I'm not going to give it to Sin. Mac is definitely not going to try it. So you're the only person that I really have left. Well,
Give me the fucking pill, man.
you have the moral flexibility that
I just said give me the goddamn pill. Don't talk me out of it now.
Okay, I'm gonna feed it to you, and then like here's some orange juice.
Here's some orange juice.
Where did we
Oh my
get orange juice from?
You're in the
All right,
kitchen.
I'm not gonna worry
It's
about it.
orange juice. Like it's got
Ooh.
some orange extract
orange
in it.
and it's juice.
Yeah.
All right. So
From
now
what we don't know.
do I do a fertility roll now?
It's basically that. It's that instant tang.
Oh yeah, can we
Thank
find
you.
out if he's sterile? Poor guy.
So
Your mother's
wasn't
gonna be
gonna-
disappointed.
I
Is it-
know. Meredith is gonna explain this to my mom.
She's
if-
gonna be
if
like, I
am
don't
sterile.
get grandbabies. What
She's
do
not gonna
you
have
mean?
babies.
so
Not gonna
just
have
to,
baby Locke.
so just to confirm, Locke is legitimately going to be test subject A.
Not even B or C.
Yeah,
You're just gonna go
alpha.
A.
0.
Okay.
Thanks, Meredith.
Oh my god.
I really appreciate your help with this.
I'm glad I'm outside.
Wow.
You should come and get me. I wouldn't let this happen.
Okay.
Wow.
Good luck to me.
I mean, it's
Are you
not.
sure you wanna do
It's,
this, dude?
it's not too late, Locke. I mean, you could ask, one of the other like Tent City
Part of
citizens.
me feels I'm not gonna admit it to Meredith, but internally I feel like I owe her something because she had to get big feet because of
You
me.
don't
So
owe her being sterile.
You're like
this is for me to decide.
fake
Okay.
boob.
I don't
sterile.
want to be sterile.
You're gonna let her chemically
just trying to-
castrate you because you owe her? Holy shit, dude.
That's deep.
Wow.
You're not here, Hellcat. You can't talk me out of it.
All right.
I already took it. I'm
Sure
done.
you want to do this,
Oh
dude?
my god.
Okay.
You already did it. Roll and see if you're sterile. Inquiring minds want to know.
You died of dysentery.
Oh, good.
Terry, that's a girl's name.
Yeah, what if he dies? We don't even know.
Okay,
That
Locke.
would be an awesome way to die.
Don't roll a 1.
Locke, go ahead and roll a d10.
Oh my god. Use your luck point.
You can use luck points if you wanted to.
Let me get really high.
Do you have to call the luck points out before you
Yes, you do.
roll?
Brittany
How-
says maybe she can make another drug for
How many
restored
luck points do I
fertility.
have?
7.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to use
Actually, Locke
3.
has 6.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm going to use
bummer,
3.
dude.
You're going to use 3?
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. So it's 3 plus whatever you roll.
8.
All right.
You had 11 ish? Yeah. 11. Yeah.
Okay. So Locke pops it. And so remind me again, what were the effects that you were going for, Meredith?
Isn't it like ecstasy?
Morning erections that last longer than 4 hours.
It was it was cool and an aphrodisiac and
Oh,
euphoria.
God. Yeah, that's what I thought.
However, the detractor was sterile.
Gotcha.
It
Okay.
was like ecstasy, but now you're sterile.
Yeah. Like, great drug, but yeah.
Okay, so Locke, you're sitting there and kind of cursing yourself because you let yourself get talked into being the guinea pig or whatnot, and sitting there maybe 15 minutes or so, and you're just like, you don't feel shit. And, it's like, because with that smash, when you were doing that, that was like right away, and you're just like, I don't feel smarter. I don't feel, I don't feel buzzed. And then you're like looking around, and then you're like, oh, oh, that's uncomfortable.
Uh-oh.
And without getting too graphic,
Your pants are getting tight.
All of your blood redistributes.
yeah, his pants are getting tighter.
Yes. Boner jam.
We're gonna have to take him to go see the Quins after this. Oh my god!
And at that point, Locke, I mean, like from an in-character standpoint, I mean, so you may not be attracted to Meredith, Syntax, and Hellcat that way, or even Jill, but like all of them are. You got some Barry White playing in the background in your mind at some point.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really, really glad I'm outside. Oh wow!
Is it like visibly noticeable?
Your erection, yes.
My boner jam.
Yeah.
It's been
right now you are Jean-Claude Van Damme in Speedos on a dance show.
Hell yeah.
It's been a long time since we've got any update. Since I'm assuming that Dane is outside with me, I'm gonna tell him to stick his head in and see what's going on. See if there's any update.
Okay. Yeah. So you come walking in and.
No, I didn't. I stayed outside. I let him in.
So what? I'm sorry. So then, what are you doing?
He and I were outside, and we just hadn't gotten an update in a while, so I told him to go inside and see if there's any update.
Who are you telling to go inside?
Dane.
Okay. So Dane comes, walking into the back. At this point, Kronk is still, polishing up and cleaning and sweeping and whatnot. And I don't know what everybody else is doing. Locke right about now, it's Prince time.
Here we go.
Do I see Dane come walking in?
Yeah. So he's just like shrugging. He's like, so what's going on?
Come here.
What?
I'm like,
I've got a
don't wear a wig right now. You may be in danger.
What?
I've got a clipboard.
Locke took one. He took the thing?
Yeah. It's like, you remember that old not Niagara, that blue pill thing, the back in the day.
The dick pills.
Yeah, it's like that, but worse.
Oh,
Out of my
Ah.
corner,
It's
out
kinda
of the corner of my eye, I
already
can
knew
see
this was
Dane
kinda going on
in the
like this.
corner,
So he's
and I say, "Hey, Dane, check this out, man." And it's like this, and I'm going like that, and it's just,
wow.
do you see
This-
this?
this game got raw real fast.
So
This is
I
amazing.
try to get everybody's attention, like, hey, knock it off.
Meredith, give me
And I've
a tech or not a tech. Give me an intelligence and med tech roll.
Okay. Okay. You said intelligence and medtech?
Intelligence and med tech, yes.
Okay. So starting with 15 plus a 9.
Dang.
24.
Okay, so the human body is not supposed to get that plump.
Oh no.
And there is a medical term for this,
So I'm gonna pass out here pretty soon.
and
Is
Oh my gosh.
it's called
She's gonna have to
priapism.
drain your dick.
It's what?
It's called priapism.
Okay.
Oh, this just makes me think of True Blood.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Oh god. She's gonna have to aspirate.
And right now, Locke, you don't hurt.
I'm feeling invincible, man.
Yes, you are.
I've got my my clipboard and I'm like, how are you feeling? And then I'm like taking his pulse and
Meredith.
everything. Like,
Meredith, how do I love you? Let
Let me count the ways.
let me count the ways. 1, 2, turn around.
so just FYI, out of character knowledge, because I had to Google this. Let's pretend it's a snake, and it will cause priapism could cause
Let's pretend.
reptile dysfunction. Because when you're iguana don't wanna,
Oh my god, man.
and when you can't get a piece of asp,
Them dad
reptile
jokes,
dysfunction.
though.
Dang, dude.
I think that falls under the sterile umbrella that Locke was
Mhm.
aware of.
Wow.
Those are like R-rated dad jokes. Dad jokes are usually like lesser than G, and these are like R-rated dad jokes. Yeah.
These are Eric's dad's jokes.
Yeah.
Robot.
Right. Yeah. Syntax is like, not okay with this. Can you step over this way, Meredith, please? Away from the subject matter.
His
I'm gonna
boa
follow
might not
Meredith.
constrict anyone.
I was gonna say, I can just see him like walking with his pants around his ankles, just proud as shit.
But I'm
Knocking chairs over with it and stuff.
I'm gonna
Oh
be
my
like,
God.
Sin, hold on. Locke, if you don't sit down, it's gonna fall off. I need
Okay.
you to sit down and I need you to be quiet for a minute.
Sit down next to me then.
No. I need you to sit down right here or you're gonna die.
This is making me
You're gonna die.
so fucking hot. I can't sit still.
Okay, then just
You don't understand. I've got a
No.
raging fucking hard on, man. I gotta do something with it.
Oh my gosh. Hal's gonna stick her head in the door and be like, yo, what's going on in here?
Right when you do that, you you can hear him yell something about having a raging hard on.
It's starting to
Oh
worry
my
me now.
God.
I'm gonna
down.
walk back. I'm
We'll
gonna
figure-
walk back there and just
You
be
can't have something
completely-
this hard and not do nothing with it, man.
We'll figure you out in a minute. I'll be right back, okay? Just sit down.
It's not gonna cool
That's-
off. I'm
Ask Chunk if he's got some warm apple pie.
He's like, no, I don't have any of that on hand, and that'd still take a while to cook and prepare, and I don't think that's going to be enough time.
Out of character, is this something that he can work off, or is it something that she's gonna have to medically help him with?
She is going to have to medically help him.
Okay.
Blech.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn around and go back out to the dining room.
Oh,
I'm
man,
I'm
this
gonna
is
go up
gonna
to
be
Sin
awesome.
like, oh, you have to make this quick because I gotta get back to the situation.
I just don't want him using that on you. That's the only reason why I was trying to get him.
He is going to have long-term adverse effects if I don't get back there. Don't worry about me. He's not going to use anything on me. I mean, this is Locke we're talking about.
All right. I'm going to be waiting with my gun.
That's fair enough. I would appreciate if you just stay at the ready because that could be a situation that could come up. So if you could just hang out, please.
I'll stay over here.
Thank you. So I'm going to go back to Locke and I'm going to medically assess him, and if there's anything I can do for him currently to.
There is. I mean, you can tell just by looking at him that, he's probably, if he isn't already, going to be experiencing some dizziness from the loss of blood in his head. He has the potential of passing out.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna be sterile because he's gonna explode.
If there's any long-term lasting effects that I can help with, I'm gonna do that.
You can drain it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give him a drainage then.
Oh.
What? What'd you say?
Okay.
You didn't hear this. You're not. I'm talking not to you.
Okay. So,
I'm
all right, go ahead and give me. So first check, give me a tech and med tech roll check.
Oh my god.
Starting with 15.
Thankfully, it's a vein, so you know how to do that. That's not. Oh no.
13 plus a 1, so 16.
But you rolled a 1.
I did roll a 1.
And ones are ones. Ones are ones.
I broke off your wieners.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh my god.
It's the dice you gave me for
I'm
Valentine's
so
Day.
glad.
Sorry.
Meredith is dead to me.
So glad I'm in the other room.
Oh wow.
That's not the only thing that's dead to you.
I'm just gonna say, Meredith, don't you wish you had taken Rex up on his offer?
Yeah, right?
At this point, this has been so much work. I absolutely do.
All right, so Locke, at this point, you start feeling you start feeling a little dizzy and faint. I mean, you're riding the high, so it's probably just an after effect. I mean, you don't really know. Meredith, however, pulls out some equipment. She's got, a tie. She's got a long needle. And she starts hooking it up
to your boy.
And go ahead and, I mean, you may not even feel it at this point. Go ahead and give me you're probably going to pass this given the fact this is one of the things that this drug did well. Give me a cool check.
Oh my god.
So, in essence, you're trying to resist drugs and torture, if you have any, which it doesn't look like you do, but it's just a cool and D10 for you.
I got 18.
Yeah. it ain't nothing but the thing. She's probably just helping.
Don't do that again.
So
I'm sorry.
you I don't want to get too graphic with this because we're already like way off into left field with this. But Meredith, he doesn't notice. I will give him this much because he's sitting back and just kind of just trying to relax and let you do what you're doing. But his mind is probably thinking about all the things that he could be doing right now. So he's kind of so he's just kind of lost in it. Your needle goes through.
You gave him a PA.
But thankfully, he doesn't even flinch. It's like he didn't even notice.
It's blood power, man.
So go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, you've done some damage. You're going to have to actually like patch him up.
Is it tech and med tech again?
Yes.
He's gonna have a bandage all the way
Hey,
around.
how about using some goddamn blood points this time?
Some blood points. Shut up.
Vampire.
I rolled a 10 on this one, so
Good.
25.
Roll again because 10s explode.
Oh, I didn't think they did in this game. A 9.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's what, 34?
So
I've already done the damage, so
Yeah,
it's just repairing.
have you seen?
When you're not scarred, she hooks you up really good.
Here's a question for you. Have you seen European Vacation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you know that scene where they hit the guy on the bicycle and he's like trying to get up and he thinks like he's okay and he tries to give directions like, oh yeah, it's over there, and just that's basically what's happening while you're trying to get him taped up and taken care of and readjust, so you can get this done correctly. By that point, Locke, you actually just kind of pass out, but thankfully the pass out to you is more along the lines of like, yeah, I've had enough excitement. You just kind of like one of those I lay my head back and just kind of go to sleep sort of thing. It's not like any sort of terror or anything or whatnot. About 10 minutes goes by, and when you wake up, something is drastically wrong, and you are in an immense pain.
Jesus. What happened?
Deflator,
What happened?
Deflator mouse.
You had a side effect, and we took care of it. So why don't you just relax for a little bit, and
Why
I'm going
don't
to try
you
and
tell
make him
me
as comfortable
what
as
happened?
possible. You had...
my shit feels like it's on fire.
So you remember when you said like, oh, it's okay if, whatever happens. Well, whatever did happen, and your
What?
blood supply went to your nethers, and then that almost made you pass out. So we had to take care of that, and now you're better. So just relax
Okay,
for a little bit.
that generalizing is cool up till all that happened, and then what happened to fix it? What'd you do to me? I'm on fire.
I had to remove.
I mean, you can
blood
see your
from
pants are down. You've got like a mass amount of bandages around your groin. You've got this
There's
tube.
a cast on my shit.
Yeah, there's basically there's this catheter stuck into you, and it's just draining and whatnot.
I mean, you said you loved me, and you said that you appreciated my lumps, and then things happened, and then I had to remove some blood from some swelling from your extremities. So let's just leave it at that right now, Locke, okay? And just chill for right now. Just relax. Because you're going to cause yourself more physical problems.
It's easy for you to say relax when your penis isn't in a cast.
I would completely agree with you right now. However, it's not.
It
my
looks like
penis
it's
in a
dripping
cast.
too.
I promise you it's not dripping because I made sure to wrap it up so that it didn't drip.
Yeah, Dane comes outside and it's just like sheet white.
Are you okay?
He's like, I've seen some shit, babe.
I'm calling him out.
What happened? All I heard was that Locke had like a raging hard on. Did he take that whatever?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know why.
What happened? Like, this was like such a good
Oh,
team, and I thought that these were such smart
totally honest.
people. What the hell is going on?
I have to be totally honest. I just did it just because I'm like, I want to see if I maintain. And I rolled my cool and I rolled a 1. I pass out.
Okay.
Like all of a sudden, like I'm like,
So as you Hellcat, as you and Dane are talking, you end up hearing like this thump in the the eating area of the restaurant, and a chair topple over as Mac hits the ground.
Can we step from where we are? We're all
Yeah,
through the window.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna get all self-conscious
God.
about it and tell Meredith not to talk to me.
I mean,
I'm gonna go inside and see what's going on. And then I'm gonna
Go ahead.
I'm gonna check on Mac as I walk by.
Okay. He's passed out on the floor.
And then come into the back room and find out what is going on.
Go ahead and roll your cool.
Is it just my cool?
Yeah, just a cool and D10.
11.
Okay. You're able to keep it together.
I mean, I've seen some shit.
Yeah, you've seen some stuff, but this is new.
I'm just gonna I can look, I just can't. What? Why would you? Why?
I mean, don't. Oh, are you talking to me?
I'm talking to him. Why he would take it?
Oh, okay, sorry.
But yeah, and when he doesn't answer me immediately, yeah, and turn. What did you do?
I mean, he agreed to test the thing, so he tested the thing.
Why did you test it on someone on our team?
I mean, he's wanted anyway. Like, just he was.
Remind me the next time you have another bounty on your head that we can experiment on you just fine.
I mean, that's fair, but I'm just saying it was a means to an end, and I didn't have to bang Rex, and I didn't have to make Sinbad.
And this was so much easier, right? Right?
How does this
I
work
mean,
for
so
women?
far, really, it did.
And cheaper. So much easier, cheaper, and so, like definitely low key with the amount of people that Chunk has brought in because he's a good. This is going so great.
I mean, he has a passion for feeding people, and he's really great at it. And
I have a passion for not hurting my teammates and keeping my business on the down low.
I mean, yeah, I may have made some mistakes. I don't know what else to do.
But please don't tell me you're asking me to clean this up.
I'm not asking you to clean it up, but you did really bring Rex into my life, so.
Wow.
I mean, if we're gonna blame
you just can't get any responsibility for anything, can you? Yeah, Hell's just gonna like literally walk away before she begs. She's just gonna come out in the dining room and just blow paint.
Okay.
Just go back outside where it's cooler.
Okay.
Cooler heads prevail.
So
I'm gonna try and recover and be like, who's next?
So Locke, you know what a deflated tire feels like, right?
Yep. I sure do. It's like a banana peel with a banana out of it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So
oh,
that's the uncomfortableness. It's not pain anymore. It's just
emptiness.
It's just a calm, flaccid that was the exact opposite of what you were just feeling, and it's super weird.
Those ones my magnificent hard on.
Aren't you glad you backed chairs with it while you could?
I don't want you talking to me. I don't want anybody talking
I'm
to me.
outside.
But thankfully, Meredith, at this point, you've gotten it down, literally, and drained enough blood from him that it's not going to be, it's not going to be a health risk. However, you've drained enough blood from him, so he needs to take it easy. He doesn't really have a choice, because if he doesn't, it could cause other problems.
Can I tell right now if he's sterile or like if any?
Oh yeah, you'd have no idea. You'd have to run a battery of tests.
We don't even know if it's gonna work again.
I'm just gonna put my hand on his shoulder and say, dude, I took a lot of blood from you to like make you normalize. I just need you to rest for now.
Leave me alone.
I'll
Maybe
absolutely.
some
I just
real
don't need you to
orange
get up.
juice might help.
Do you want some graham crackers, or I'll have Chunk make something for you, okay? You just hang in there, little buddy.
Meredith, get the fuck out of here.
Promptly. You're welcome.
So, Meredith, it was a success.
Yay.
For who?
Yeah, that was supposed to.
Well, I mean, you have a working batch of product X.
So, do I need to test it on anybody else before I?
You can if you want.
Wouldn't
I
you have
really
to
don't
test it on
want
a
to.
female?
What? Oh
Wait,
my
what?
lord.
Is this only a male drug?
No. Oh yeah, you're right. I could test it on a female,
Yeah, yourself, go.
but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, because I mean,
So-
the drug thing, you'd want to have like, hey, I took one and party fun.
Truly out of character. I don't think it's supposed to happen to that extent, though. Is
And I'm
it?
not speaking out of character because I'm probably still passed out on the floor after.
Yeah,
hearing
but
the-
no, like I genuinely, I feel like we need to know if he had an adverse reaction or if this is what the drug does. Because I don't even want to be in the city if you give that to Rex, because that's definitely not. That's not gonna go over well at all. Like,
Further
anything
testing
with an
is required.
orifice is in danger.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. We could test.
no, I think if it's gonna make every dude's dick swell up and need to be aspirated, that's a problem. The hard-on isn't the issue. It's the,
Well, like you
the
said,
fact that it kept going.
it could have been a one-off, so we won't know until he tried again.
That's what I'm saying. My God.
So go get some poor schmuck and give it to him.
Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
In character, I guess let's find some other test subjects because we did have some side effects with this first batch.
You think?
Yeah. Chunk, do you have anyone that you might be willing to hand over as a test subject?
Oh my God.
We could maybe pass them some credits. Maybe not a lot of credits, but some credits.
Meredith
I'm
is
not sure that
diabolical,
Meredith
man.
isn't spot in this game. Like, oh my God.
He's like
Loki, me myself, I think Meredith is awesome, but Locke, not so much.
Yeah, same with Hellcat. She's like, you're the worst right now.
Science.
science, mad scientist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
So-
gosh.
He shrugs. He's like, well, we do have roughly 100 employees.
That's right. I forgot about that.
You
Who
forgot
would
about
be
that?
Yeah, I did. I didn't think about that pool the first.
Before you gave that shit to me?
Can you just be quiet, Locke? You need to relax, or you're gonna have a heart attack and die. So just be quiet.
I hate your black guts.
Fair enough. I did have to drain your wiener of,
Oh my god.
of
I'm
blood.
gonna go sit back in the corner now.
Okay.
You probably weren't even able to get up. So,
You've gingerly pulled up your pants at this point, and just, Chunk, without looking, because everything that happened actually kind of terrified him. But he gave you a towel with ice cubes, in it, all wrapped up, and he just kind of handed it to you and walked away.
You're my hero, Chunk.
Hey, in character, Mac is totally sympathizing because he's currently
Passed out on the floor. Dane looks like he's seen a ghost.
Yeah, how do you think that makes me feel? Dane's like the most
Like you saw
badass
the
person
ghost.
I know.
He's like, I just
And
saw
you
the
don't wanna
ghost
be
of
with
Locke's dick.
The ghost of Locke's dick.
Oh my god.
If that's not the title for this episode, I'm going to be sorely
Oh,
disappointed.
man. That's set in stone, dude.
Wait until next Christmas. We're gonna have
The ghost of Locke's dick
Yeah.
strikes again.
It's got chains. Ooh.
That's his nightmares tonight. That's what that is. That's his nightmare.
that's
and
a
ju-
really
and just for added effect, he's gonna talk like Christopher Walken. It's like,
gonna be a really twisted version of a
boo.
Christmas Carol.
Oh my god.
Susie Scooch.
Meredith, I've come to haunt you in a spooky manner.
Your tone is all wrong.
The tone is all wrong here. No, this isn't cowbell. This is my chains. The chains you put me in when you made me flaccid and a ghost.
I've got a fever.
This is the weirdest
only
night.
prescription-
This is really the weirdest
Cowbell.
night.
This is the weirdest night.
I almost don't need to do anything else because I think by the next time you guys try to do something, you're gonna off yourselves as opposed to any bad guy getting you.
Yeah,
I'm sure
Meredith
Locke
is just
will be the
sterilize
first
us
person to
all.
die.
So
I'm going to accidentally kill Locke in penis surgery, so it's okay.
I mean, you're gonna have
he's
Venom
gonna end up
give
needing
you
a Mr. Stud.
no Venom's gonna give you the bounty just to stay away.
Yeah.
He's all you needed more than I do.
So this lady really hates you.
Hey, maybe if we tell Venom about this, he'll have sympathy on you. He'd be like,
So damn.
Ooh, maybe he'll.
you know what?
Ha-
You've suffered enough. Living is worse off than me killing you.
Yep.
Oh
You
my
got
God.
this.
So
Locke's life is like
at this
fart.
point, though, I take it you're going to go to a controlled populace to test said drug.
I am.
Can we take a quick break?
Oh yeah,
I gotta do bedtime stuff.
sure.
You
Yeah.
know, I got a 3-year-old running crazy.
Okay. Yeah, hold on one second. Okay, so we will be right back. I will mute everybody, and yeah, so get back in about 10.
Sweet.
All right, man.
my temple. I've ascended to metaphysical levels. I fell from heaven to hell, met with the devil to rebel in the revolution of which I am the vessel. Ready to introduce pedal to metal, get into the fast lane with the rest of us rebels. Unless you're a hack, get jacked in, will mentally wrestle. I'm ahead of the network's curve. Now you want a medal? I took the red pill. While everyone settled for decadence, you can forget whoever said that you're special. Cause if you want the deadliest tag that can be assembled, get ready to spend. Don't enter black markets ahead, go make it sick ways. I don't mean instrumentals on the cyber tide with pirates aligned to my channel. I need a training montage with all that I've learned. After that, I got a city to burn.
We ready to come back? We good?
If you abhor any sort of megacorp, well, step out of fiction and into your hell. Big brother's got you in a secured cell. Economy's booming cause it's true that war sells. When loaded guns are the foremost form of doorbell. Rally round the family with a pocket of more shells. What happens when the dreamers are no longer dormant? We're the ones who always wanted more than we're born with. If it costs my humanity, I can afford it. If poverty's prevalent, you can bet I'm gonna ignore it. I sure wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. If you're stuck a silver tongue, well, I'll you to get out. But you gotta walk the talk if you wanna build your brand and then take back the wealth with a silver
Is that what we're calling it these days?
To learn how to control your chaos. No. Yes. Yeah, 5'6". That sounds about right.
Meredith is the evil doctor, man.
Hey, Locke, you're supposed to be asleep. Shut up.
Have I woke up yet? Okay.
Thank you,
Three
Brittany.
men, 3 women.
They could hear me, but
oh
my
God, we're gonna end
recording,
up with a-
but my recording mic was muted for the stream. So thank you, Brittany, for letting me know.
Thanks, Britt.
So
You're awesome.
yep,
we're gonna
test.
end up with an orgy at Pizza Slut. Just saying.
Three men, 3 women.
It's
We're
Superstition
rolling.
Grill. It's
Hey, not after hours, apparently.
So you test it out. There is a slightly differing reaction, but not by much. Obviously, the women don't have the correct organs to do that sort of thing. From the peanut gallery, my wife says, "Ew." The men, however, do have that issue. Without going into complete narration as to what happens,
You got to do it again.
No. Thankfully, you
Gotta
don't.
fix 3 more dicks.
Yeah, no. Thankfully, she doesn't have to. They take care of matters with the 3 women that were brought in. Yeah, as Brittany said, it's not a bug; it's a feature. But the one thing you do note is that after the act has been completed and copious amounts of activity has taken place, they are all largely compliant and just kind of there, mostly passed out.
Oh wow.
So it
Largely.
wipes them out.
Okay.
So it's a go hard drug and then has a heavy crash.
Yeah. After the testing, I'm assuming Hellcat is still not in the room.
No, I'm up front.
I'm gonna go out and talk to her.
Okay.
Hey, so we did some further testing on the drug that I created. I just want your opinion. I think it's okay to hand over to Rex. But
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I've noticed that the effects that we had with Locke were satiated with a willing partner. Women don't seem to have the same effect clearly, and I think for the most part it's ready to go. I mean, it clearly, like, it's a very large adrenaline push, so they're very tired at the come down. That's nothing unanticipated, but do you see any problems with, other than clearly the obvious, but for somebody who would be interested in this type of effect, do you see any drawback to me pushing this to Rex?
So, can you explain the extreme reaction that Locke had? Did he just not use it in time?
So from the test that I've conducted, yes, he did not use it in time, and he had to have
Yeah, no, I got it. I
Manual correction.
Nope.
Yes.
I can put 2 and 2 together, and I saw enough when I was in there.
So you need to leave a disclaimer on this thing that says, "Do not fly solo."
So
Yeah, I hear Mac say that, and I'm like, yeah, that might be a good disclaimer, something to put on there. Maybe this is a shared experience type of drug.
So, do you know how long between ingesting it and using it? Or you know, how long do you have to do the deed before you end up like Locke?
Out of character.
That's something he's gonna want to know.
Out of character, I would have gauged this. Would that have been like a couple of hours from?
No, I mean, it's one of those things like you have to use it within, like, if you're going to do it, it's one of those like do it now or not at all. And it takes about 15-20 minutes to take effect.
Okay.
So from point of ingestion, you've got about a half an hour. You better have a willing compatriot.
Or
solo
plan.
Have you tested out if you can get away with using this solo? Is that enough?
I mean, the function is the same, so I wouldn't imagine that another body would necessarily be required for the end result. But this is like one of those chemical compounds, much like Viagra, where you would take it for the effect of
Yep.
Being ready.
yes, for
Yep.
being
Nope.
ready.
Yep.
For being ready to party, for being ready to party with a part. Just, I'm sure Rex would appreciate it because he's very partner like. Hopefully, Syntax is not in this same vicinity.
We'll say Syntax is over talking to Jill.
Okay. I wouldn't say that in front of
Yeah, I imagine you wouldn't.
him.
If you think it's pretty, you have my blessing to present it to him yourself.
Yeah. I figured that. I mean, yeah, sure, that works. Okie doke. So I'm gonna go up to Chunk and say, bro, I think our work here is done, but I hope you keep cooking for other people as well.
Sure. Yeah, I figured this was like a joint venture sort of thing. I didn't think it would be over so quickly. But
Yeah,
of course, I can keep cooking and doing that sort of thing.
Do you
We
do you
should bring
think you
him
might
home.
want? Do you think you might want to take like chemical A or whatever it is, and maybe just not put as many sprinkles in it next time? Whatever that chemical A that directly does the thing. Just
I don't cook with chemical A, if that's what you're asking.
I don't know what it is. I'm not a chemist, but whatever the thing, whatever the part of your recipe is that
Chunk at this point is completely confused.
you know what I'm talking about, Meredith,
It's like
don't
the
you?
more you talk, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Meredith, were we spiking the food that I was cooking with this sexual drug that you were coming up with? Because I didn't see any of that happening on the floor until you got done.
No, I think Chunky's just saying if we could reduce the side effects at all.
Right. Yeah, you would be the chemist, the best person for the job to do that sort of thing.
I'm just gonna chime in. It's your deal, but are you sure you want to just present the first compound you come up with? I don't mean to be insulting, but if this is supposed to be a thing we're doing, it seems lazy. If you're going to keep doing what you're doing, you have this population that you can test on.
It's a good thing we don't have humanity.
I would highly, well, cat would be pretty low anyway in the area. The more I consider it, if it were me, I would not be giving it to them. I wouldn't be doling that out.
Rusty's visibly frustrated and she's just kind of irritated and she's just, and she throws her head back. Okay. So back to the drawing board it is. And then she's going to see, Chunk, can we like maybe refine this? Can you help me with this?
I'm not really a chemist. I'm more of a go-to kind of guy to get the equipment and the resources and whatnot. But sure, of course, we can keep the lab in the restaurant.
But you're the Jesse to my Walt, so I need you by my side.
Who's
It's an
Walt?
old TV reference.
Oh, is it like that Dukes of Hazzard sort of thing? Because the jumping cars and flying over the fuzz. That was kind of great.
Pretty close. Two white guys evading the law.
Wow, I never thought I'd compare it that.
The Dukes of Hazzard of Breaking Bad. Yeah.
Just some good old boys.
Yeah, it's not far off when you really think about it, because they were running moonshine.
Yep. Blowing up outhouses with flaming arrows.
Yeah.
Except nobody has the rebel
and
flag
you know
or
what?
anything at this point.
Bring up the picture of Daisy Duke. Come on.
I don't have my phone on me.
We've got our own Daisy Duke. Look at that. Hey.
Wait, who's the Daisy Duke?
Meredith.
Oh yeah, Meredith.
Oh wait, why am I the Daisy Duke?
Because it sure as shit ain't
Look
me.
at them tatas, man. Come on.
What was it that you said when you saw Syntax ass?
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways.
No, when was the yams or something like that about her ass?
Oh, more yams than Christmas hams.
What a phrase. So, anyways. So, going back to the drawing board.
Time to make more drugs, man.
Okay. What is the plan for the rest of the night now that you guys have all had something to eat and Locke is a little tender?
I'm still going to take it easy if I can.
Yeah, I feel like you need to.
I'm working on my recipe.
Okay, so heading back to the safe house?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody packs back up and heads back over to the safe house. Jill takes it easy.
I bring what's left of my food because I know there's no way I was able to finish it all.
Oh, yeah, it was a big old burger. So when you guys land, go back inside. On the news in the evening, the local media affiliates have indicated that not a new company in general, but a major international company is making waves because it has officially moved into the Phoenix area, providing much needed jobs. They've opened a main office in downtown, which has actually been open now for the past week, and they have reclaimed. Or not reclaimed, but purchased and are in the process of completely refurbishing the old Intel plant, which was down in Chandler, the Ocotillo campus.
By the mall?
Actually, it's a little further out, but same kind of area.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And the company's name is Genom Corporation. Genom, yes. Genom.
Do not like.
Yeah, out of character. I
already.
I know your love of Japanese anime, and that just does not sound fun.
No, it sounds like another Biomedica situation.
Yeah.
Genom, Phenom.
Well, it's a big deal here because, as the media are pointing out, it is bringing in quite a few jobs, and it is the first major corporation to actually move back into the Phoenix area since the collapse of the United States.
What are
Other
they?
than Biomedica.
Oh, man.
Well, right, yeah. Well, actually, Biomedica had been here prior.
Oh, okay.
What kind of business are they?
They are
Oh, my
primarily
God.
electronics and cybernetics.
Hard suits.
Around the world, they're known for they're kind of known for a lot of different things. Like they have smaller end on the retail side. They make electronic items such as like data pads, radios, things of that nature. Like they've got some smaller branches that do retail end things for consumers and whatnot. And then on the high end, they have things like the manufacturer electronics for space flight for the shuttles. For space stations, they are leaders in cybernetics, and one of the big things that they do have is they deal with what's the term that they use in Cyberpunk? I keep wanting to say synth people is the term that they use.
Like the
Droids.
waitresses?
Cyber forms, that's what it is.
So basically droids.
Kind of, yes.
Like no organic
Correct.
root. It's just it's not a cyborg, it's
Yes.
just the Borg.
Mhm.
All right.
Where does the news tell us where this company was based from? Like where home base?
It's based in Tokyo, Japan.
And then does the news segment give us the name of, I don't know, the CEO, the owner, the whatever?
Hold on one second. They would.
Gotta get what I can from the news for us and question.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Shoot. I'll have to get back to you on that. I know
Okay.
I've got it. I just can't remember.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was specifically. The one of it does list one of the although it's again all based out of Japan.
And if he was disappointed after the leaks.
Oy, sorry about that. One of the names it lists a high-ranking corporate officer is Brian J. Mason.
Should I know that name?
No.
From the Mason Dixon line. There we go, having the Dukes of Hazzard reference again.
What could have I done different?
There we go. But yeah, he's one of the primary officers known in the company. But he, of course, is still located in Japan. This is a branch of Genom, which is now working here in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually have external pictures of the building, and they've actually, it looks really nice. They've rebuilt the business park that the Intel building used to be at. So it's got, it has outdoor trees. It's got a lot of coverage, quite a few solar panels on top of their, not only on top of their complex, but also on the covered parking that they have available there. The building itself is not as big as the one, because you can easily pull up pictures of the ones in Tokyo. And the one in Tokyo is like a massive pyramid almost looking, but it doesn't come up to a triangle point. It looks like the big mega structures from Blade Runner. So pyramid-like, but it flattens off at the top. sort of thing with like antenna and whatnot to jut off. It looks like that, but more smaller in size. So think a building probably twice the size of the Luxor in Vegas.
With a helipad on top.
So big, but not like over the top. Oh my God, it fits hundreds of thousands of people inside big.
Is this random? Is this where any of our cyber have come from?
I'm sorry, you're kind of breaking up there. What was that?
I said, is this any of our cybernetics have come from?
No.
Have we heard of this company before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big company, and it's sold some of its products here in America. But this is one of the first times it's actually made inroads into America in the form of like an actual facility.
Hmm.
You know, it would be like here's a good example. So you know what Sony is. You've all had Sony products,
Yeah.
but you've never really been to a Sony store. You know, or more more case in point, a Sony factory.
Yeah.
So it'd be something like that. You're familiar with the products. Maybe you've owned one at one point in time or something, you know, but it would be akin to that. It's just this, you know, international company that's making a move into Arizona.
Is there anything else on the news that's noteworthy?
No, actually, it's been pretty quiet. You know, they've got some of the usual like weather updates and whatnot, which it's always hot in the afternoon, you know, hot in the afternoon and semi-cool at night.
Since we are having kind of a down minute just watching the news, I'm
Mhm.
gonna look up Locks County and see where it's at right now.
It's actually stable. It hasn't gone up.
What's it at? I don't.
I actually didn't write the
Is it-
figure down. I want to say it was at least 150,000, I believe.
Okay.
It-
No
it's
new information other than the whole scooter thing. Nothing
right.
new since then. Okay.
Nothing new since that.
I'm just gonna, since I'm assuming, just like vegged out on the couch after his evening.
Adventure.
Hey, Locke, just so you know, man, your bounty hasn't moved at all, and there's nothing new on it right now, so at least it's holding steady.
That's good. I guess steady is good. At least it didn't climb.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, there's no new details on there, so that's
Thanks for
good for
checking. I
now.
appreciate it.
Uh,
So there's still the matter of the dog.
oh, we gotta
Ivan
name the dog.
Drago.
I'm
I
for
genuinely.
I'm for DOG, but I'm partial.
What if, and like Meredith has or Rusty has a spark of inspiration, what if we name this dog Scooter? In memory of our favorite alias.
Guar.
Hellcat is just gonna shrug like I give two shits about this dog. After the day he's had, I say Locke should name it.
Oh man, I'm gonna go back to Rasputin then.
I brought him a
I'm
dog.
fine with that.
Ivan Drago was cool. And you can call him Drago.
No, Ivan Doggo.
Yeah, that's it. Ivan Doggo, I think it is.
Doggo.
Ivan Doggo.
Great, we had a dog.
I brought him my leftovers.
Oh, you give the dog your leftovers? Okay.
It's my way of like of
Trying to make friends.
Heck yeah, man.
Okay.
Be friends and enemies with this thing. He could eat me.
So it I mean it latches on to the bag that you have the food in
Mhm.
and just starts killing the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like and so Syntax is like no, and then she says okay, new name in code no longer DOG, refer to as Ivan Doggo. It pauses and chimes for a second. Oh, hold on a second. There we go. I think that's what it was. And then it starts, killing it again. And then she says, "Okay, no, now eat politely." And it pauses and kind of looks up, and it's just got it has these little puppy dog eyes, just like, and it lays down completely on the floor and just starts calmly, eating the, what's left of the sandwich.
Which is still probably like the better part of a pound of burger. Good boy, Ivan Doggo.
Oh.
I'm gonna touch base with the clan with the C.
Okay.
To see.
What, you don't mean the Cool Kids Club?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
All with C's. All with C's.
I know, all C's.
You don't spell kids with a C?
This one time we do.
Yeah.
We do
Yeah.
today. Yes, we do.
It's the Cool Children's Club.
Hey, there you go. Yeah. Touch base. See how it goes there. If anything new and exciting has happened.
So you check in with them, and they let you know that some of the group, maybe about a third of them, have been applying to work on the docks at the new Genum Corporation building.
Oh,
That's a lot of people.
loading, unloading docks.
Yep.
So it is a fabrication plant.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's keep an ear out of what exactly this place is then.
Yeah, they will. But they're busy, obviously trying to. That's really the only thing that they're indicating is that there's been a rush of job openings, so some of them are trying to apply to get in. It's manual labor, but it's cash.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's cash?
Well, credits. I mean.
Yeah. Say, that would be a little bit more odd. Yeah.
Locke, you end up getting a call.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take it.
It's from the DA.
Oh, all right.
What you want, Fuzz?
Hey, how's it going?
He says
It's been a while.
It's going well. You look a bit pale. Are you all right?
Oh man, it's a long story, and then it's a short story.
Okay, I'm sure it's riveting. I have a job for your group. Outside of the usual, I was hoping that perhaps some of you could come to the office to discuss.
Okay. Sounds good. We're in a lull right now, man. So perfect time. What time would you want us to be there?
If you would like to meet tonight, I can arrange a meeting. Otherwise, it would probably have to be tomorrow afternoon.
I can make it happen tonight.
Very well, then. I will see you then at about 10.
10 o'clock. Sounds good. We'll see you in a little bit then.
All right, so he hangs up.
Okay, I'm going to go out to the common room, whatever we're going to call that now, and just yell. I'm not going to wait for everybody to come around. But there's an incoming job from the DA. He wants us there at his office by 10 o'clock tonight. I suggest everybody come.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop out of the bedroom. All right, I'm gonna go take a quick nap and then probably take a quick shower and then we can
Nap.
leave.
What time is it in character? Like,
You guys probably got back at, let's see, so closed at 6. Got everybody out at 7. So you're looking at about 8:30.
8:30, 9 o'clock.
So-
So we got about an hour or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go rest my eyes, jump in the shower, and then we can leave.
Air quotes. Yep.
Yeah.
She's gonna take a
Yeah.
nap.
Let's not be late.
I'm gonna play with the dog.
Okay.
I'm gonna check. Do we have any new notifications for anything from anyone?
From what?
From anybody? Do I have any new notifications just in my normal job self?
No, you do not.
So I'm gonna just go to my room and decompress this whole shit evening.
Okay. So Dane will follow you. Go to the room.
He can help me decompress.
Yes, apparently.
And I'm actually training both myself and the dog because with my athletics brawling isn't exactly what I'd be using, but melee thing. So I'm like wrestling with him. So,
okay. What's your body?
9.
9. Okay. So you're wrestling.
I'm a force to be reckoned with for me, for a human. But so I'm honing myself. Yeah.
Do you know anything about in real life? Do you know anything about the Russian bear dogs?
Just a little bit. They are massive.
Well, they were bred specifically to hunt bear.
Oh yeah.
Them's big boys.
Yes. So, and add in the fact that it has cybernetics, so it's more like it's taking you for a ride around the common room.
Hey, that's cool.
like you grab a hold of it and you do the "hurr" sort of thing, and it like bites down on your arm and then throws you onto the couch, sort of thing. Just poof. And you're like, shit.
But I do give it the disclaimer: play only. So I understand that the dog may draw blood, but he's
it won't draw blood.
Part. What's that?
It will not draw blood.
Oh, so he knows because of his cybernetics. He knows like what he can and cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So I'm just worst case scenario. I'm going to get bumped, bruises, and maybe a couple scratches.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Or incidentals because you hit, like a chair, or you hit not because he did anything directly to you.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so you're wrestling with Ivan Doggo.
Yeah.
So outside of the incidental noise that is found at either ends of the halls, covered up by some loud music or TV, or just not being outside and being in your own room and closing the door. Eventually everybody is done decompressing and relaxing and whatnot. Locke, you are still having a hard time getting around. You are moving with the You're moving with the speed and gait of a golden girl.
Understandable.
So everything right now, even a strong breeze, is sensitive.
My life is like a fart.
Are you sure you want to come again? Like,
The DA called me, man. I can't like not show up and
I,
send my delegates.
you want Dane to give you a piggyback?
That's gonna hurt even worse, man.
Hey, you can ride Ivan.
Right, Ivan.
Ooh.
So let me bear my shame by myself.
All right, well,
Don't follow
we'll
me.
let you gimp along.
Hell, I'll ride Ivan.
Meredith, feeling very bad, is going to interject. You guys, he has a very severe physical condition right now. If you could just leave him alone, he's going to need to take small steps.
Hey, man.
Does anybody have a wheelchair?
Baby steps to regain your testicular fortitude.
Mac, I'm going to need you to get me a bag of ice. Do you think, Locke, you could sit down and possibly elevate the affected area?
Hey,
I would just like to trudge through
again,
and
bro.
have all you guys just shut up about it.
Hey, I'm
Fair
only
enough.
poking fun so that way I don't pass out again because you heard about that, right? Like seriously, I found out what happened to you and I passed out.
Where's Jill?
Like
Jill is quietly getting in the pilot seat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go jump in the thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna gesture that everybody follow towards Hellcat, but I'm gonna hold the door for Locke.
I get a bag of ice and a towel.
Okay.
Thanks, Mac.
I got you, bro.
I'm grabbing a pillow from the couch as we walk out, and then I'm gonna set it like on.
Oh, like those red rings when you have the
the donut.
donuts. All right. Ooh, ow. Dane looks like he wants to say something, but just doesn't.
I'm just gonna pull him along. Just don't.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean it's not like making a joke. It's just it's like a sympathetic look, but he just doesn't have the words, so it's just like and moves on. You guys fly back into downtown to the DA's private office, not the one that he uses for most actual face visits. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to yawn. And so when you enter, he's still got his two guys watching the door. So when you enter, everything's ready, and he's just sitting behind his desk.
I'm gonna say hi to Doug and Greg as we come in because
Okay.
I remembered their name.
And they nod. They're cordial. Of course, they as you all come walking in, they kind of look at Locke odd as he's just kind of making baby steps and just slowly coming in, and they're like, not sure. And then there's obviously chairs in here, and just before the DA gets ready to say something, he's like, "Oh, Locke, are you sure you're all right?"
I'm fine, man. I will be all right.
All right. Well, if any of you would like to have a seat, I did have a business proposal, a job for you to look into to see if this is something your team could resolve.
I'm gonna stay standing.
Okay.
I'm gonna take forever to sit down.
Okay. Trying to find that comfy spot on one cheek, and lean.
My arms are shaking as I'm lowering myself down.
So by the time you finally get comfy and sit down, he oh, hey, Cool Imp, what's going on, dude? He says, okay, so by this point, I'm sure that you've heard that the Genom Corporation has now officially made their announcement and that they have moved into Arizona. If you haven't, then this is obviously to let you know that that's happened.
Yeah, we saw it on the news.
Okay. Well, obviously, that means that there's a job market for opportunities at this Genom Corporation. And the first concern that my office has been tasked with, inadvertently, not directly, has been the tent city, which is something that your team has been looking into. We're pretty certain that many people will be attempting to get jobs there. However, while that's a good thing, they don't have any permanent place to live. So the job that I was going to task you with, is, rather than attempt to displace them, is to see just what sort of living situation could be salvaged out of the Apache Junction area, and if any of the buildings there are serviceable for repurposing.
Is that where we're at?
Where we
It's
were.
where the barbecue place was.
Yes,
the grill. I mean,
that's where the Superstition Grill is currently at.
Oh, okay.
So you want us to find housing for these people?
I want you to scout the location to see if there is suitable housing for them.
Is there? I may have some people that have the skill set that might be able to modify or fixer upper some stuff to a degree. With my extended family, would there be funds available for the retrofit and that sort of thing? I mean, I'm just curious asking because I mean, I know my people are generous, but they wouldn't want to do anything for free necessarily, and we wouldn't be able to afford any materials, but that could be a possibility if they're retrofitable or repairable reasonably.
Right. I'm not asking your team to actually set up anything there. Right now I need some people that I can trust to scout the area out to ensure that this isn't going to be some sort of disaster waiting to happen, because if they start getting jobs, they're going to start drawing paychecks, which is great. However, much of the housing in this area is unaffordable, which is going to put them in one of the gang's territories. So you see where that's going to go. This may be something that they have to put up out in Apache Junction. And if that's the case, I may be able to make the case that we can try to extend some sort of utilities and other services out to Phoenix or out from Phoenix. But I need boots on the ground first to confirm what viability there is out there.
I have a couple questions. Why AJ specifically? Is it just because it's not gang run now?
That's where the tent city currently is at.
No, I understand that. So are you just anticipating that those people will be taking on these jobs?
yes.
At speculation, again, we don't know what sort of skill set that these individuals have.
Right.
But I would imagine, and this is, again, speculation, I would imagine about a third of them are probably going to land some sort of job opportunity there.
Here's my reason for questioning. We can definitely scout out that area. If there is nothing available, have you considered approaching any of the gang territories to make a deal? I think that you could consider the Quins in Old Town.
That's a possibility. It's definitely something that I'm amenable to if it is a deal that can be worked. The problem is, in all legality sense, these gangs do not own any of this territory that they are in. The problem we run into is being able to enforce that.
Right, but you may consider some sort of deal where there's some sort of financial gain for them to allow the city to come in to rebuild part of their territory. It would bring in new business. They tend to charge their own rent. But I'm just suggesting as an alternative that is probably going to be the best group you could work with.
I'll take it into consideration. For the time being, though, I do need to get the Apache Junction area checked out.
We'll take care of it.
Okay. Then, with that being said, there is still the matter of your bounty, Locke. Have you been able to do anything about that?
It's an ongoing process. It's hard for me myself since I have to lay low. It's become a team effort at this point. It's slow going, but it's something that we are working.
Very well. Well, the reason why I ask is because the person who put it out, Venom, has been still making waves within the city and looking for individuals to gain upon this. So far, it doesn't seem to have been successful. But with the new company coming into town, that means new cash and new capital, and that could mean new players.
Gotcha. So we'll put it on the list. Another thing to watch.
Very well. So when you have the area and have some sort of survey report for me for Apache Junction, please just let my office know. And Hellcat, if there is something you can work up with the Quinn, some sort of mock deal or something, ideally, and you can meet with them to see what they may be amenable to, then let my office know as well.
I will do that.
Since I have you here, did any of you have any questions for me?
Any what?
Any questions for me?
How do you feel about this company coming into town?
That's a great question. Comparatively, I'm a very small player in whatever power schemes that they may have. They're an international company who sees hundreds of billions of dollars in revenues each year. So I would imagine to some degree that they will likely begin to exert their influence over the police department. It's not uncommon for large.
Bought off the police department.
Well, it's not uncommon for large corporations to do so because it's quote unquote the law.
Which is why I asked, considering the last corporation we were dealing with. Is there any updated or residual information on that? We still had loose ends from that.
From Biomedica?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing
so far as we know, we still have a clone issue.
Yeah, the only thing that the only things that I've been able to confirm is obviously their campus has been shut down. It's been burnt to the ground.
Right.
There are rumors that they perhaps have some sort of operation still in the area. If they do, it's likely underground somewhere, and I don't have the manpower resources to track it down. So it probably isn't within Phoenix proper.
Are you concerned at all about this new company and having not obviously the same issues, but similar type corruption corporation issues with them?
I'm always concerned about that. That's why I'm the district attorney.
I don't like working with corporations.
No, and I understand. I don't particularly either. I don't know if they are benevolent or malevolent. I suppose only time will tell.
I don't like it.
I don't know either, but
Reasons.
maybe we're all just being a little paranoid after that last job. While I'm here, I know this isn't probably out of character. I know this is probably new news to the team wise, but in character, I'm gonna ask him. Have you? Do you have any information on your end about Reaper?
I'm sorry, you kind of broke up there. What was that?
Do you have any information on your end, government-wise or whatnot, classified-wise, on the new Reaper strain?
I'm sorry, the new
Reaper. Out of character,
Mhm.
it's the mystery drug that I
Oh, yeah.
purchased chunk or that I got from
Mhm.
him and Rick's and I went through the history of.
Yeah, actually, no. He has no details on that whatsoever outside of it didn't originate from in-state.
Okay.
So the only thing he can think of is perhaps it was in transit from one location to another. Why they went overland, I don't know. I mean, they could have flown it probably much easier and faster.
Okay.
Was there anything else?
That's all I have.
Seems like that's everything.
All right.
Oh, I guess I could ask since I'm here and I don't communicate. Was Alicia relocated successfully?
Yes, Alicia was relocated.
That's all I needed.
Roland, thank you again.
It's quite all right.
Hopefully, this new corporation doesn't cost me my other one.
No, understood. Understood. Hopefully, it won't cost us anything at all. But big corporations being what they are, I'd imagine there's going to be some sort of rub at some point. So just stay on your toes. And when you have the opportunity, give me the report on Apache Junction so I can make a further review upon that as needed.
Gotcha.
Will do.
All right. And then with that, we'll go ahead and stop here. It is just a little bit past 9 now. So we've actually gone a little over 3 hours. Good job, guys.
Right on, man.
Nice.
Hope you guys had fun.
I sure did.
I know I did. It certainly took a turn that I wasn't expecting.
This is a very rated R episode.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
this is
like a slide whistle.
Yep. Yep. Grooves in the heart. Actually, this is the very first time I've ever used priapism in any game whatsoever. So, congratulations, on that. And those of you who are watching, so our next game will be Friday. So it'll be the 21st. Which would be Vampire, and that is actually marking just past our 1-year anniversary of that game.
Oh, wow.
Even though we haven't had all the episodes on streaming for Twitch, but it was a home game prior to that. So it's actually started officially on February 7th of 2019. So hoorays, that was the first night we got together at a Denny's to make characters and plan on playing, and it's still going strong.
Right
So
on.
you'll have to tune in to see if everybody lives. um, which
So
works out.
mad.
Yeah, it works out really well.
You're not really alive though. If everybody unlives,
You can still die though.
You can still die if you're
Oh,
dead. You're dead,
You-
dead.
You sure can. Unless, of course, you become a wraith.
Yes.
If I became a wraith, I'd want to be a wraith like Vinny and be super just
Racist.
racist and balls to the wall, like unfiltered. I guess that's how like the nature of a wraith is, though. You don't have any fucks left to give.
Yeah. Look
You don't
on
have
my
a
field of fucks and see that it is barren.
Yeah, you don't have a physical being.
Yeah. Well, you have other problems though too. I mean, if you run across another wraith that has what's called moliate, which is basically flesh crafting for wraiths, if he really wanted to, he could turn you into an ashtray, and then that's just you. That's your life at that point.
That sounds terrible.
That
Yes.
sounds awesome.
Terrible.
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 TRBL. Triple word score,
Terrible.
knucklehead.
Tur.
So we'll go ahead and sign out here. Thank you all for tuning in. Oh, wait. Before we do that, this would be the first game for Cyberpunk of the month. We forgot to roll
yeah.
XP, yo.
Yeah.
Who's
Who
birthday
wants
this
to
month?
roll? Yeah, do we have any birthdays?
it's my unbirthday.
Yep. Nope. Okay, so rolling a we didn't say, was it
A D20.
yeah, it was a D20.
D20.
Yeah, so it's
Is it
still a
D6?
Yeah, it's still a D6. D6 plus 1.
Who's rolling?
I rolled last time.
I'll
I
roll.
have. Oh, I was gonna say I have a die available.
Okay.
Well, then
Hooray,
go.
Priapism.
Priapism, I got a 4, so plus 1 is 5.
5. Yep. So 5
Nice.
XP. So 5 CP technically. Alrighty.
Sweet.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and call it there then. Thank you all for tuning in, and let's see. Yeah. So Friday, and then and then on a side note, so Tuesday we're playing the zombie game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. At Eric and Missy's, and then Wednesday is D20.
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, we got some home games to play. Yay. We'll see just how many people live throughout those games, because we had almost a total party wipe in the zombie one.
I know that was
Yeah.
awful.
We're building my new characters, so I can't die the first game.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope
It-
not. Let's hope
Guy-
not is right.
Let's hope not.
Ruh-roh.
One
Yeah,
and done.
yeah. As Brittany
I'm sure
says, thanks,
Guy
guy.
will make it happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy
Yeah.
will figure out a way to screw us all.
Guy's like, I've got this zombie beef bait over here. Do you want to wear some?
Yeah.
Poor John.
It's all your shoes are inside. Oh.
Oops.
I love mayonnaise.
Ew.
Loved. He's gone, man.
Love
He's in the
long
ether
gone.
now.
Now I love Scroots.
Screw.
He's a good character.
Yeah. Growth my goat.
Alrighty. So take it easy, folks, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
When daylight paints the city, she's a decadent sight.
I'm wrapping up.
But